This evening I have a roundup of 5 key international stories that are all worthy of your attention. My name is Anubha Bhonsle, and before I start, we have a super short Newsworthy survey for you. Essentially to know 3 things. How do you want to consume information? Where do you want to consume it? And what time do you want to consume it? And how can we best serve this requirement? Apart from this Instagram handle that we run, remember we're also on YouTube. Plus 2 to 3 key subjects you want us to niche down on. I promise you this will take just 2 minutes of your time. The link to the form is on our Instagram stories. It is on our Instagram bio, plus it's on my Twitter handle and on the YouTube channel as well. Now let's get back to work. The 5 global stories that are worthy of your attention today. We have to start with an update on the devastating earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. The region, as we all know, was hit by 3 powerful earthquakes in just over 24 hours and about 200 plus smaller aftershocks. The consequences of this once-in-a-century disaster have been heartbreaking. More than 15,000 people have lost their lives in both countries. That number is most definitely going to go up. Thousands are injured and even more are homeless because of sub-zero temperatures. Now, international aid, it is definitely coming in, but more for Turkey than sanction-ridden and war-torn Syria. India included, 45 countries have sent rescue, military, medical personnel, and other supplies. In fact, India has launched Operation Dost and sent relief materials, a mobile hospital, specialized search and rescue teams. Also, the NDRF is already in Turkey. Now remember, India is one of the few countries that is extending help to Syria as well, along with Russia and China. Emergency medicines, equipment including portable ECG machines, patient monitors, and some of the other essential items that are needed in a tragedy like this are all en route. The US remains firm on their sanctions on the government of President Assad. Now, back in Turkey, amidst all this devastation and despair, access to Twitter was restricted, but it has come back. We are going to keep you updated on the aftermath of this very important story on our Instagram handle. The second big headline is China's alleged spy balloons, which is actually less silly than it sounds. It has had its fair share of mention in President Biden's latest address. Now, just in case you missed it, a 200 feet tall spy balloon was shot down over the coast of South Carolina on the orders of the American president. The FBI is analyzing the wreckage of this spy balloon to gauge the surveillance capability of this balloon. Now, China is maintaining that the US is simply overreacting. This was a weather balloon that drifted and ended up in US airspace. By the way, a day after the US shot down the balloon, China confirmed that more of its balloons had drifted and accidentally entered the airspace, this time over Latin America. US intelligence officials, according to a CNN report, see these balloons as part of an extensive surveillance program run by the Chinese military with a base in Hainan province. The US believes spy balloon missions were actually carried out targeting not just America, but 40 countries. This includes India, Japan, Vietnam, and the Philippines over years. Now, New Delhi is yet to publicly acknowledge or respond to this claim. But according to the US intelligence, there were also 3 other suspected Chinese surveillance balloon incidents that took place during Donald Trump's presidency and one that took place in the early days of the Biden presidency. They were missed because of a domain awareness gap, which possibly simply means that they had no idea. Now, the US is all bluster, having shot down one balloon, President Joe Biden mentioned this particular incident, mentioned China, mentioned their leader Xi Jinping several times during his State of the Union speech. Now, the story, I have to say, is slightly puzzling because spy balloons in the time of spy satellites or in the times of artificial intelligence, as we know.
The next big story is a tech rivalry that has entered its AI phase. This week, Google and Microsoft, in surprise announcement, offered more AI debuts. Essentially, AI generating all kinds of data, audio, code, images, etc., and taking existing material to new and unexpected outputs. Microsoft showed some highly anticipated elements of its $10 billion relationship with OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT, and Google showcased Bard, an experimental conversational AI service which will be available to the public soon. The ChatGPT powered search engine by Microsoft is now available as a limited preview on desktop. Users can summarize search results with the AI's help and converse with AI chatbots. You can visit bing.com and take some example searches for a spin. A new version of its Edge web browser that has AI technologies built in has also been announced. Net, expect AI in all Microsoft products, including Office apps. Bard from Google will draw information from the web to provide fresh, high-quality responses even on events post-2021. Its competitor ChatGPT is not optimized to do so as of now. AI in Google Search will summarize results and distill complex information in multiple perspectives into easy-to-digest formats. We can also soon expect AI integrated into Google Maps and Translate. Google's spate of AI announcements come after it reportedly issued a code red to push its AI strategy following the viral success of Microsoft-backed ChatGPT. It's unlikely that Google has anything to worry about. It has expertise in the sort of AI that powers ChatGPT. Examples include Google's own Lambda and GPT 3.5, which powers ChatGPT. Besides, Google invented the transformer T of ChatGPT, part of the technology. However, it has been relatively careful due to untested AI language models, which are known to spew hate speech and assert false information. Things are already showing up, like the Google advertisement for Bard that was confidently delivering wrong answers. The mistake was spotted hours after the live stream event. At the time of writing, the ad has been viewed over 1.2 million times, and Alphabet shares have lost $100 billion because of the blunder. So maybe the world isn't run by AI just yet. Next is a surprising but welcome update from South Korea, where a court has ruled in favor of a Vietnamese woman who was shot and lost family members when South Korean Marines killed civilians during the Vietnam War in 1968. The ruling in favor of Nguyen Thi Thanh marks the first instance of South Korea acknowledging liability and the need to compensate victims of the Vietnam War. More than 320,000 South Korean military personnel served in Vietnam between 1964 and 1973 in support of US forces. Even though it had the second largest military presence, the country never officially investigated the massacres of Vietnamese civilians until now. The court called the shooting a clearly illegal act while dismissing the country's argument that it could not be held liable owing to agreements signed at the time of war. South Korea also argued that the killings were a justifiable act given the peculiar characteristics of the Vietnam War, but the court disagreed. Nguyen will receive 30 million won from the South Korean government with interest. This could pave the way for other victims seeking compensation as well. Some more hopeful news to end. Airbnb's co-founder Joe Gebbia has donated $25 million to support Dutch non-profit The Ocean Cleanup. The funds will support the largest plastic capture system developed for use in the ocean. The cleaning system, called System 02, has been deployed in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, located between Hawaii and California since 2021. Another will be deployed later this year. The GPGP is a plastic accumulation zone in the Pacific Ocean, and the Ocean Cleanup is the only group currently cleaning trillions of plastic pieces in the region. They have made their cleaning systems cost-effective and work at scale, and so far removed close to 200,000 kilograms of plastic. Joe hopes his donation will inspire others to act. I'll stop here for today. A reminder to contribute to Newsworthy. Please use the Razorpay link in our Instagram bio and stories, and on YouTube, the Super Thanks is a great feature to contribute and help us do more. I'll see you again very soon.